George with Lennar, and today we're here to preview Oak Hammock, our newest community in Deland. Let's check it out.
What's up, my friends? Big George here today to preview the Oak Hammock community out here in Deland. We're about 1 hour away from Disney, 1 hour away from the airport, 30 minutes away from the beach. So if you're looking to move to the Orlando area, you don't necessarily want to be in all the hustle and bustle, but you still want to be around things. This is a location you might want to look into. It's really close to the beach. With being a half hour away, you still have a lot of shopping and restaurants and jobs in the area, but you're not too far away from all the craziness there in Orlando either. And just an hour away from the airport, which makes this a great spot to relocate. So we're gonna take some views around and check out the community a little bit. Then we're gonna go back to my office and I'm gonna pull up Google Maps and I'm gonna show you how close things really are to this community. So where people may not even be thinking about it, this might just change your mind. So let's go and check it out. What's up, my friends? Big George here. We're back in the office now, and I'm going to take some time and I'm going to show you stuff. So this might be a little bit long, but it's going to be very, very informative for a person who wants to move to this area and just doesn't know what's around. So our website. Here is the Lennar website. Super, super informative. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But if you go to the community website, it is going to give you a lot of the information you'll be looking for about the community. If you have any questions whatsoever, you just contact me. My contact information is obviously at the bottom in the description area. I'm going to have the links to the Lennar website for this community. I'm going to have it for the Lennar mortgage payment, as well as the Volusia schools. The land is in Volusia County, and that's a good resource for you to do your research on the schools as well. So just a quick touchdown on this. I'm not going to spend very much time, but as you scroll down, you'll see the community map, prices and homes available. If you happen to click on a home, this is any random home here, it'll give you like the quick information. You can click on that view home right there and it'll take you in a little deeper. If you ever happen to be looking at a home and you go back the next day and you see this X next to it, that means that home was sold. Okay, I do get that call often. I saw that this home was there and now it's gone. Well, yes, we do sell quite a bit of homes on a weekly basis. We're 60 new home consultants, and we can sell anywhere in the division. So even the people sitting there do not always know that someone is ready to buy a home. And we're all talking to a lot of people every week. So urgency is there. You'll if you talk to a Lennar rep, we're always stressing urgency. And the reason being is if there's a specific home that you really want and love, you need to act on it before somebody else does. And I like to preference that, and I tell people stories that, hey, sometimes people have to lose a couple homes before they kind of get it, and that happens quite a bit. A lot of people are moving to this state. We have well over 1,000 people a day that move to this state, so you have to kind of think in those terms. Okay, as you scroll down, shows you the collections. And, obviously, this community has no CDD. This is a big, big thing. So for it to have literally any amenities is really awesome. It's going to have a picnic area. It's going to have a playground. I shouldn't say going to have because these things are already there. And then it will have a walking trail with some green space. It's just nice, to get the kids out to play a little bit. So again, no CDD in this community. I will talk a little bit more here in a minute about the HOA. The HOA is $159 a month, which comes with internet. Okay, so when you buy your home and you move in, the internet's already connected. Okay, it's bulk internet in that community, and it comes in your HOA payment. The HOA is $159 a month. I know when I didn't live in a community that the HOA paid for my internet, I paid over $100. It was roughly about $110 a month for my high-speed internet, and so really, it's a lot of it is a wash with your $159, and then of course the rest goes to management costs and care of the community. So really, that's a very, very low HOA. For what you're getting. A lot of value there. So that's just a little touch on there. I want to kind of go next to the school website. Just going to touch on it. I'm not trying to make a hour video for you guys, but again, I'm going to have this website in the description. So if you do happen to love this area and you're really thinking of moving to it, then this is going to be important for you to do your own due diligence. As buyers, it is up to you. The onus is up to you as a buyer to do your own due diligence, not only with property, not only with the area, but with schools. Okay, no real estate agent should be giving you any grading of any schools because those things can change at any time. In Florida, those gradings are based on state tests that kids take, and one year they may not do good, and another year they may do great. So it changes often. And as an area gets a little bit fuller with a lot more new construction in the area, more money going to the schools, you usually see a very big, drastic increase in what the school rating it was, and it goes to in another year or two. Then all of a sudden it goes to a lot more because they had an influx of money to be able to help the kids a lot more. So here's this great website. Do your due diligence. I'll also put a few other websites down there like the Volusia Polk Appraiser, so you could help yourself figure out what the tax rate is. But by the way, at any time you could contact me and I can help you with this information since I have it all at my fingertips. And if need be, we can go talk to a mortgage broker with Lennar Mortgage, and they can give us more exacts on payments and things of that nature. So I'm going to go to the map right now. So some people might even know where the heck Deland is. Deland is proximity is almost halfway in between Daytona Beach and Orlando, the center of Orlando. Okay. Right now I have this on set a little bit to show you how close the hospital is from the community. It's approximately 12 minutes away. Another one I want to show you here is since, people moving to Florida, they're obviously want to be close to the beach, right? So Daytona Beach. Boom. All right, let me move myself here. So you are approximately 38 minutes, so let's say 40 minutes away from the beach, depending on which way you took, anywhere from 40 to 46 minutes from Daytona Beach. That is awesome. You're less than an hour away from the ocean. Now let's put in the next favorite thing, right? Disney. And right now it's approximately noon. So this gives you, hey, middle of the day. So we're looking at an hour. So you're about an hour away from Disney. Now let's look at the airport, because that's the next question people tend to ask me. MCO, which is Orlando's International Airport. And again, you're basically about an hour away from that as well. Um, Let me put, let's see, Publix, right? That's a great grocery chain here in Florida. It's also in other states. Uh, they make great subs, by the way. They go to their deli. People in Florida just say, "Hey, I need a pub sub," and everybody knows what you're talking about. In Deland. All right. Oh my God, you got to drive 8 minutes. Oh my gosh, I don't know how y'all ever live. So we got 8 minutes away from a nice supermarket. Let's see what else. How about that Chili's right there? Right, you got that. I see that Chili's there. Maybe you're a Chili's lover. It's 13 minutes away. By the way, if I scroll in, there's another Publix supermarket there. So you're actually in between two Publix supermarkets, depending on which way you want to go. Okay. If we look over here, there's also a Walmart Supercenter. So you're approximately 13 minutes away from a super Walmart. Okay. Let's do Sam's Club. Now it's sending us to the one. There's another one over here, but because the traffic may be a little rough over here, it's going to send us to the closest one or the fastest proximity. So it's again about 36 minutes away. When I looked earlier, it was about 24 minutes away from the one over here closer to Orlando. So you're actually in between two Sam's. There's also a Costco over here, which is pretty cool. Costco wholesale right there. So if you're a Costco lover, that's where that goes. If you're a Sam's lover, boom, there you go. So that's good information. So as you see, there's just a ton of stuff there. I did a quick overview search just so we could take a look at that, and I found that there was over 20 local restaurants in Deland within, a 5 mile proximity. There's over 50 fast food restaurants and plenty more. As far as regular restaurants, Chili's, Outback's about 24 minutes away. There's over 50 schools in that area. Jobs, car dealerships, 5 or 6 car dealerships in that area. So there's a lot of stuff. There's also a Amazon distribution center right over there that they just built a little bit ago. You're close to natural parks, state parks in that area, very, very close to, with less than 5 miles away. So you have quite a bit of things in that area. That area is definitely up and coming and growing, just like the rest of Volusia County. You'll find is as Lennar builds communities in the areas that we build them, we know that those areas are up and coming within the next 5 years. That's going to be the area of choice. So, of course, as that area fills up, the prices get higher. Okay. These are things to keep in mind. I know a lot of people are always trying to find the least costly area, which I understand. But at the same time, you still want to be close to certain things. So that might not always equate to the lowest price points in the area. I can do another video which will tell you where your lowest price points are in the Orlando area. And you might be kind of surprised. It's the area that I'm in, Polk County. It's actually where I reside. And we'll talk about that again in another video. But these kind of other areas, so you're like 40 minutes away from Daytona Beach, and then you're an hour away from Orlando. So if you're a professional and you have to go into Orlando because that's where your office is, you're not far away. Still a lot of people working remotely, which is great. And then I have some people who still have to fly, and that's why I do the airport thing, because a lot of them have to fly pretty often. So that's about an hour away. So you're in really good proximity to everything. One other thing I kind of want to touch on a little bit here. We were over here and we were looking at cost and price of home. You're like, George, I am not great at math. Why don't you help me understand what the heck that looks like? And that's what I'm going to do. If you're buying a resale, you got to understand how powerful of a company Lennar is and what they're really doing for you. I find it too often that when I talk to prospective buyers, they do not understand the value of what they are getting as far as incentives. So I'm going to show you here, if you were buying a $334,000 home, which is the least expensive home currently in this community, okay, and you were doing FHA, all right, you would have to put, just under $12,000 down. That part's not going to change. That interest rate right now and today is, because the CPI report came out, the 10-year Treasury went up a bit today because the numbers were a little hotter than expected for inflation. So we're still going to be battling this, I feel, for the rest of this year. This is just my opinion from what I see, because I look at this and I study it every day as it affects my livelihood as well. And I want to be able to help people understand what's going on, what's happening now, what we're possibly looking at here in the future based on the information we all have at hand. Just a lot of people don't know where to look for that information. The current rate, like I said, right now we're at FHA, it would be about 7%, might be about 6.95, 6.9, somewhere in there, but let's just say a nice average is 7%. The tax rate in the area is 1.59%. Okay, and what that is obviously taxed on the purchase price of the home, and that's where you get your tax rate. I already know what our mortgage people use for a guideline for what the insurance costs are, so I've plugged that in. And of course, the HOA fee is $159. That will not be in your mortgage payment, but you still want to understand what your total cost is. So that's why I like to plug it in. Any community cost. Again, this does not have a CDD, so that's great. So if this was a resale home that you saw in a community across the street, and you're like, hey, it's just across the street, I prefer resale for whatever reason, you would be paying 7% interest. You would be looking at just over $33,000 a month, just under $3,100 a month to live over there. Okay, and then you probably have to fight and beg the seller to give you some closing cost money. Is it really worth it? I don't know. You're going to find out here in a second. So what we're doing, Lennar, being very, very large company that it is, understands that we have to help buyers to be able to afford the home. So they're buying the interest rate down for you. That does come at a great cost. It's roughly in the ballpark of 10%. And simply put, it's just the cost of doing business, right? We have to help buyers get into the home, or the homes won't sell. And as a home builder, that's what's important. We have to sell the homes. So we're buying down the interest rate for you for a 30-year fix on FHA and VA at 4.625 with the same exact numbers. It lowers that payment to just under $2,600. Folks, I'm pretty decent at math, but anybody can see that's about a $500 difference. $500 between a resale and a new construction, and we give you money for closing costs. I'll say that again. And we give you money for closing costs. So, for fun, if we go back, right, they've discounted the home about $10,000. I already said we are, giving you money for closing costs, and we're buying down, which costs about 10%, right? So, on a quick math, you're getting well over $50,000 worth of incentives in this community on this particular home. Now, some homes are discounted more than others, and of course, that gives you even more savings. So you really have to kind of dissect what you're getting. And if you have any questions on how to do that, just give me a call. I'll walk you through the whole thing. We can do a virtual. You don't have to be in the area. I don't have to be in the area. I've gone there, obviously. I've done my due diligence. I've done some videos. And I'm the guy that can help you through. We can get on a nice Zoom call and we can discuss, what's in the area, what's important to you, what are your timelines. The important thing about this community to understand is the timeline. If you are looking to live in, look, these are the homes. This is the what we have in this community. If you are going to look like, hey, George, I'm looking 2 years down the road, don't bother looking. I mean, you can look just to see what's out there, but the numbers are going to be completely different. This community is going to be completely gone. Matter of fact, you have about 6 to 8 months to get into this beautiful community before it's done and sold out. So you kind of have to want to get a move on that, right? Urgency is getting in there while you see the deals. Too many times I hear, I want to wait, I want to wait, I want to wait. I don't know what you're waiting for. I've known people to wait for 4 years and they're killing themselves right now. Go, well, I could have done this. But yeah, but you didn't act. Act is the difference between winning and losing. I mean, that's just it. I mean, maybe renting's working for you. If you've done it for the last 10 years and you're like, well, this is what I'm comfortable with, I completely understand. You're just going to pay somebody else's mortgage and they're going to raise it, whenever they feel. So as more costs get expensive to own homes, it gets translated to rentals. So that's a whole nother discussion, but I just wanted to, that the urgency is there. We have a lot of great homes. You see all those red X's. I know by the end of this video and by the end of this month, there's going to be a whole lot more red X's. So get your chance to get in there and check out this awesome community. If, again, you're not from the area, you're in another state, going to move here maybe this summer, contact me so we can help you guys find the right community in the right area for you and your family. Folks, that's it on this video. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, contact me. My information's in the description below, and I'll see you all on the next video. Have a great day.